So I came across an article today that said the average success rate for a dropshipper is between 10 and 20%. Now, why is that? Okay, here it is. I'm going to tell you why dropshipping kind of sucks. My name is McCay. I'm one of the mentors in the Shopify Ecom Freedom course. I've done multiple six figures throughout my Shopify journey, and in today's video, we're talking about why dropshipping actually sucks. For those of you not familiar with the term dropshipping, here's the definition for you. Essentially, it's when you get an order from a customer and you place that order from the customer to a manufacturer who then sends it to the customer. In essence, you're just the middleman in your own business. Did you know dropshipping's actually been around since before the internet? Dropshipping started gaining traction in the early 60s, where mail order catalogs would come in the mail and you could order things from those catalogs via phone and then have the company deliver it to your door. Brands like JCPenney and Sears used to do this until they started running into logistic issues later on. So regardless of how many videos you watch that says dropshipping's dead or dropshipping's a scam, dropshipping's really not going anywhere and has been around for some time. Now that being said, that doesn't mean that this is a get-rich-quick scheme or something that is overnight success. I've compiled a list of things that I've noticed that the, 8 out of 10 people, or 80% of dropshippers do, which cause their business to fail. Starting off with the first one, I think a common trend in the industry is just jumping from business to business. I can't tell you how many friends or how many people that I've had in my life seen Shopify sales, want to hop on the trend, launch a store tomorrow, and a week later they're gone. They're on to something else, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's trading stocks, crypto. There's always just one thing that they're on to next. There's never really any consistency with their work ethic. The next thing on the list I have is poor product choice. Now, a lot of the times it's easy when you're a beginner to not really know what you're looking for and what it takes to have a successful product or what a successful product looks like, which leads to people launching products that just don't even make sense. Now, I can't tell you how many times I go to a website and it's just selling some dollar store product, something that I can find at Walmart or literally the dollar store. I mean, something that is providing absolutely zero value and gives the customer no reason to buy it at all. On top of launching a poor product, not understanding core marketing principles is one of the reasons a lot of people just fail in the beginning because they don't know what they're shooting for. They don't know how much they can spend to acquire a customer. And at the end of the day, they really don't know what they're doing. They're throwing spaghetti against the wall, hoping some of it sticks, looking for overnight success. By the way, if you've never heard the term KPI or key performance indicator, it's essentially metrics that tell you how much you can spend on advertising with the selling price, cost of goods, your shipping price. We actually have a KPI calculator in the Ecom Freedom team. If you join our email list, we actually sent it out last week as a part of our free bundle, so check that out. One thing to remember is dropshipping is not the long-term play. What dropshipping does is allows us to verify or validate sales prior to making any bulk order. So essentially you're mitigating the risk up front by dropshipping the product to validate demand and make sure you're going to get sales if you do place that bulk order. Dropshipping should never be used as a long-term option, and this is why a lot of people run into issues with chargebacks, customer complaints, shipping issues, and all in all why their business ends up failing. Next, I wanted to address the long shipping times in scammy websites. Long gone are the days where you can ship a product and it take 1 to 2, maybe even 3 months to get to your customer. Those days have passed. Customers want their product and they want it fast. So it's more important now more than ever to find fast and reliable shipping times. Also, scammy looking websites. So we've all seen the traditional dropshipping website. I mean, it essentially looks like this. You throw some pictures on there, some fake reviews, and then you start running ads. The Hydro Shower Jet, this product has been really big on TikTok the last few months and super saturated now, but essentially, there's all these different brands on TikTok still marketing this product. And if you just take a look at the comments and start scrolling, I mean, you'll instantly see ordered 2, never got it, don't waste your money. Purchased one 3 weeks ago, still haven't gotten it. I have it, stopped working, total BS. You have to remember at the end of the day, we're selling to human beings. Human beings are not stupid. Selling products from China and it arriving 2 months later is just not, it's not going to work. Maybe it worked during, a few years back when there was a lot of shipping delays, but especially now, this is just one quick way to derail your business, get your ad accounts banned, and have it be a total flop. Now, on the contrary, I want to talk about things that have either helped me succeed or things I've noticed in other entrepreneurs that have also found success. One thing right off the bat is perseverance. Every single person that has achieved some type of success, whether it's e-commerce or regardless of what it is, perseverance is key. It's not something that they started yesterday or last night. This is something they've worked hard towards for a lot of the time many years on end, and you just only see the top of it. Pushing through obstacles, because at the end of the day, it's not if, it's when obstacles arise in your business. And then it's like how you deal with those obstacles. Do you give up after 2 things go wrong in your business, or have you reached a place mentally where it's like, regardless of what happens, I'm going to find a way around it? Because once you reach that level, then you're already there. And this actually leads me to my next topic. And if you've watched Dan's mindset videos, you've definitely heard this topic before, and it's called standing on the shoulders of giants. And essentially what this means is just taking advice from people that have done or are where you want to go. This couldn't have been made more clear to me than when I'm thinking back to when I first started my business. I consider myself a pretty tech savvy person. I can typically figure things out as I go. That being said, I was able to drastically expedite my journey and my success in e-commerce because I was taking advice from those like Josh and Dan who have already been down the road that I wanted to go down. So honestly, surrounding myself with like-minded people and taking advice from those who have what I want in life has saved me not only money, but also like years of my time. And that's why I definitely think standing on the shoulders of giants or taking advice from mentors is definitely the way to go, and not hopping around mentors, but really like sticking with one person and taking advice from that person regardless, and not just switching lanes every other day. It's really important to surround yourself with like-minded people and people who are always pushing you up and to better yourself in life. So what I mean by this is actually I found this little picture that I would say 2 years ago when, I guess 2.5 years ago when before I had started one of my main brands, I was having trouble with like perseverance and potentially, I guess the thought or potentially giving up. I had just started launching ads. I didn't really know what I was doing. And at the time, things weren't necessarily profitable, and there were multiple times when I wanted to give up. Thankfully, I had surrounded myself with people who pushed me up in life. So my wife, had told me, don't give up, keep going. It actually got worse before it got better. So I actually ended up going like from negative $400 in my account to, at the time, this was a credit card. And then it was negative $1,000. And all I could think about was like, man, I should just like stop. Like I should just stop right now while I'm ahead. Not even ahead. I should stop right now while I can still afford to pay this off. So stop there. Now, looking back, thank God I had never stopped, because I wouldn't be where I am today. I found this little picture online, and I think this is often what people run into, is they give up right before they get there. So in my case, thankfully I had my wife to continue pushing me and helping me up, as well as now, great, fantastic people like Dan and Josh that are always like pushing me to go higher and to do greater things. So I found this picture. This is actually something I taped to my laptop like 2.5 years ago. And that way, every day I opened my laptop, I would see this picture, and it would kind of remind me, like, you don't really know how close you are until you're there. And oftentimes people are giving up right before they find success, whether they're putting in, 3 years, 5 years, 1 year, 6 months, whatever it is. Don't give up, because you really don't know, it could be right around the corner. It's a mix between compounding knowledge and your perseverance to, push through failure. At this point in my journey, again, failure happens to everyone. So I think I've just learned to embrace failure and do my best to learn from it. So if you want, find this picture online or take a quick screenshot of it, put it on your computer, have it be a daily reminder for you to just not give up, to continue pushing. Once you reach a mental state of like, I will get there no matter what, that's when you're already there. It's just a matter of time at that point. So just wanted to share that image. Another topic of discussion is I've typically noticed entrepreneurs who have found success in e-commerce or even in other areas of their life are typically at least a little bit analytical. And what I mean by that is they track everything. And actually there is like a saying, it's track your progress. What gets measured gets improved. Tracking your daily progress is a key to making progress in your business. At the end of the day, when you have all the data in front of you, whether you're looking at ad creatives or you're looking at finances, when you have all of the data laid out, you can make the best educated decisions for your business. And that way you're not just guessing. So I wanted to talk about the value proposition. And what is a value proposition? A value proposition is a simple statement that summarizes why a customer would choose your product or service, and it communicates the clearest benefit that customers receive by giving you their business. Now, what does that mean? If you take time to solve a problem within a specific niche, then you'll organically build a following that is on fire for your product. So what is Almond Cow? And it's essentially a dairy-free milk maker. So you can use like almonds, peanuts. There's like a ton of different, ingredients you can use to make your own milk. But there's so many people that are just like crazy for this product. And that's because this brand has put the time in. I mean, you can see their website is not super scammy. It's not like your typical dropshipping website. And this is not even, super hard to achieve. I have a video, it's either gone up or is going up, but how to use Pagefly and make your pages, look like this. Like, this is not hard to do. Get a few custom icons, get some professional photos, spend that extra time building your brand, because at the end of the day, building a brand is what is going to last generations to come. When you compare this next to that shower store we looked at earlier, it's night and day. We're looking at two completely different business models essentially. So go for the long-term play. Again, you want to build a brand and a product that has people who are on fire about your product, people who are willing to pay $245 to make their own almond milk at home. And they're willing to do that because you are solving a problem and you are bringing value to this niche of people. So remember, at the end of the day, you want your customer to feel like the value they are paying for your product, they are getting 10 times the amount of value back. Because when you figure out the value proposition ratio, the customer is getting more than what they feel like they're paying for, your business will explode. And at the end of the day, when you're taking care of your customer, these will oftentimes become lifetime customers and boost lifetime values of the customers. So I would say another common trait amongst those 10 to 20%, according to Shopify, who have figured it out, I would say it's the ability to think long term. I would say putting your time into building brands like Almond Cow and all of the other great brands that are out there that are succeeding, their ability to think long term and not just like 2 weeks down the road, 6 months down the road, but thinking like 5 years down the road. What can I spend my time on now that will not only create, not just money, but wealth for my family, but also, my kids' kids and their kids. And you really need to have the power of thinking long term and not just about tomorrow. And this is essentially where brand building comes into play. So after that, do I think dropshipping is going anywhere? No, absolutely not. But do I think it's the best long-term play? No, I think building a brand is the best way to go. But that doesn't mean we can't use dropshipping, at least in the beginning stages, to validate our product or validate demand prior to moving to bulk ordering. At the end of the day, we can still utilize dropshipping to help validate our product's demand before moving to a bulk order with our big investment. Just remember to avoid any of the pitfalls like I mentioned earlier in this video. Always be transparent with your customer. Make sure you take care of the customer, because at the end of the day, they're going to take care of you as long as they feel like their value proposition is in their court. Remember, the goal is not overnight success or to launch a store that will last a week, but to build a brand that will last generations to come.